Jai Hind students, again I am back with the same chapter, what books and burials tell us. In our previous module we discussed about the book. Now we will discuss today the burial sites. So we will start with the story of megaliths. These megaliths were known as silent sentinels also. But first of all we should know what is megalith. So these stone boulders which are known as megalith were literally big stones. Means the meaning of megalith is big stones. And these big stones were carefully arranged by people and were used to mark burial sites. The practice of erecting megaliths began about 3000 years ago and was prevalent throughout the area of Deccan, South India, Northeast and Kashmir. Some megalith can be seen on the surface. Actually, archaeologists have found that some megaliths were seen on the surface, whereas the other megalithic burials are often underground. Sometimes archaeologists also find a circle of stone boulders or a single large stone standing on the ground. And these stones actually they are the indication that there are burials beneath. All these burials have some common features, like generally the dead were buried with distinctive pots which are called black or red wire. Also found are tools and weapons of iron and sometimes skeletons of horses, horse equipments and ornaments of stone and gold. One thing which is noticeable here, that archaeologists think that objects found with skeleton probably belong to the dead person, because if things are buried with the skeleton or with the dead body, definitely they had a belief that yes, after death there is another life and they may be in the need of those objects or those items. Now one more thing we will discuss here, that there is a place Brahmagiri. You can see that place, you can locate that place in the map which is already attached in the previous module. Here one skeleton was buried with 33 gold beads, 2 stone beads, 4 copper bangles and 1 conch shell. Other skeletons have only few pots. These finds suggest that there was some differences in the status also amongst the people who were buried. Like definitely the skeleton which was buried with maximum items like gold, 33 gold bits and copper bangles and so on, were probably rich and others were poor, whereas some were chiefs and others were followers. So these indications we have also got from the burial sites. One more thing I will discuss here, that one megalith contain sometimes more than one skeleton. This also indicate that definitely or perhaps that particular burial site belonging to the same family. But yes, the dead bodies were not buried at the same time. By the time duration, there was a time period, and that interval the dead bodies were buried, and for burying those dead bodies there were portholes into the grave, and through those portholes who died later were brought into the grave. Stone circles or boulders placed on the surface probably serve as the signpost to find the burial site. so that people could return to the same place whenever they wanted to. Now we will discuss about a place known as Inam Gaon, and we will see that Inam Gaon is known as the special burial site. So it is a site, or it is a site which is located on the river Ghod, a tributary of Bhima. It was occupied between 3600 to 2700 years ago. Here adults were generally buried in the ground, laid out straight with the head towards the north. Sometimes burials were within the house. Burials were found within the houses also, with vessels that were probably contained food and water placed with the dead, as they must have that conception that yes, after death they must be needing all these things. Now, one was found buried in a large 4-legged clay jar in the courtyard of a 5-roomed house. Means this 5-roomed house was the largest house at the site. And in the center of the settlement, this house also had a granary, and the body was placed in a cross-legged position. Now we will discuss the occupation at the Inam Gaon. Archaeologists have found seeds of wheat, barley, rice, pulses, millets, peas, sesames, and some bones were also, like the bones of animals, were also found from this site with the cut marks, bearing cut marks, and that indicates that they may have been used as food. And the animals, or the number of animals which were found here: cattle, buffalo, goat, sheep, dog, horse, ass, pig, spotted deer, and so on. There were several animals which were found. There is evidence that fruits such as ber, amla, jamun, dates, and varieties of berries were also collected. The seeds of those fruits were also found. One more thing at last I would like to discuss about China that is very interesting, that around 3500 years ago we find some of the first evidence of writing in China, and these writings were on animal bones. These are called oracle bones, and those oracle bones were used to predict the future. The kings got scribes to write the question on the bones. For example, would they win the battles, what about the harvest, and would they have son or daughter. So this type of several questions they used to scribe, and the bones were put into the fire and they cracked because of the heat, and the fortune teller later on, the fatalist or the fortune tellers, studied these cracks and tried to predict the future. At that period, they did not have the knowledge of iron, means they did not know the use of iron, because these kings lived in the palaces in the cities, and they amassed vast quantities of wealth, including large elaborately decorated bronze vessels. But we have not got anything of iron. So this much we have discussed, and this was all about the chapter. For the further queries and for the coming chapters, we will get back to you, and if you have any query, any doubts, please get back to me so that we can discuss thoroughly. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.